In this video, I'll share 4 methods that help me find content ideas for social media. I use these 4 methods to generate endless content ideas for Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Toward the end of the video, I'll talk about something I call the endless content idea framework. And this is the one thing I use to generate unlimited content ideas for social media. So make sure you watch this video to the end. I'll start with the first method I use to generate endless ideas for social media. I follow trendsetters. Every niche has people who set the trend or talk about a very trending topic. So first, I try to identify the people who are good at finding the trend, and I ask myself, who is setting the trend here? Once I do that, I follow 5 to 10 big trendsetters in the niche. I make sure to follow them on different platforms. I want to make content for YouTube, so I follow many YouTubers in the same niche, but I find it very inspiring and interesting to follow much smaller YouTubers, people who have audiences smaller than 20,000 people. I subscribe to their channels, follow their podcasts if they have one, and I try to immerse myself in the niche. I managed to generate a lot of ideas just by following people. I always ask myself why these people make this type of content right now. I try to figure out the main ideas they try to explore, because in every niche there is gossip. And this brings me to the next method I use to generate content ideas for social media. I try to identify the gossip in the niche, because in every niche there is always something interesting happening. A good example is when Apple announced the removal of the headphone jack. Many people thought it was a joke and made videos and articles about it. There was a lot of discussion about the importance of the headphone jack, and back then, even if you talk to your friends, it seemed like everybody had an opinion. This was a rumor at first, but then it became a reality. After that, many people made videos of the pros and the cons of not having a headphone jack, and it was an endless discussion. A gossip could be a personal or sensational fact about something, a rumor, a chatty talk, or a controversial subject many people talk about. Creating content about gossip in the niche is one of the easiest ways to create content. Still, sometimes it becomes controversial. I personally avoid some of the topics, but I'm always aware of the gossip of the niche. Sometimes it's very important to be the first to create content about a trending topic or gossip in the niche. To discover a content idea would be best to join communities that are relevant to your niche. I find Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook groups to be the best for my niche. Communities are a great way for me because content ideas will first be discussed in those communities. Later, the trendsetters will make videos or articles about the following topic. When I go on Reddit, I sort the subreddits by the most viewed and the hottest, and I just read the discussion. I see what ideas and concepts appear the most, and how people talk about things and how people feel about things help me generate ideas. The good thing about joining a community is that there is always something happening. In many cases, I'm one of the very first few to discover what makes noise, and I think this question, what makes noise right now, is something that I find helpful when I try to browse online communities and follow trendsetters. While following the noise in the niche, many ideas are generated in my head, and it's time to organize them. This is where my endless content idea framework comes in place. My framework follows 3 very simple steps. The first thing I do is brainstorm. I usually have a note on my phone with ideas. Whenever I have an idea, I'll open my phone and just type it. I don't judge if the idea is good or bad, I just type it. That way I generate at least 20 to 30 ideas per week without even trying, and it's easy to do so because I'm immersed in the niche. My note-taking app is always full of ideas, but sometimes I might dedicate a few hours of my day just to brainstorm ideas and just browse the internet with the purpose of looking for ideas. I follow the noise. Whenever I find something I like, I'll add it up to my list of ideas. Once the brainstorming process is over, I try to research each content idea and see if it will gain any traction. I validate the idea using tools such as Google Trends, vidIQ, and keywords everywhere. I also try to find out if other creators have already made content about this idea, and I find consuming some of the content they made helpful. After the research process is over, I usually select 8 ideas. I don't know why 8 exactly, but this is the number that works for me. I chose to select trendy ideas, but I also wanna have an idea that I have something to say. Sometimes I try to make content about a trending topic right now. Still, most likely I'll invest most of my time in creating evergreen content. I'm not a big fan of clickbait myself, that's why I usually stay away from sensational content and controversy. Maybe it's time to become a clickbaiter, but so far I'll keep on doing videos similar to this one. So these were the 4 methods I used to find content ideas for social media. If you follow all the steps I gave you in this video, you have more ideas for content, then you'll know what to do with. Finding ideas is the easiest part of the social media content grind. Once you have ideas, you need to execute them. But this is the world we live in today. Social media content is pretty much everything right now. This was the video for today. To make it easier for you, I'll sum up all the methods that will help you find endless social media content ideas. Number 1, follow the trendsetters. Number 2, beware of the gossip of the niche. Number 3, join relevant communities. Number 4, use my social media content creation framework for endless ideas. My name is Nico. In this channel, I talk about business, wealth, and marketing. Subscribe if you want to see more content similar to this one. Check the links in the description below, and I'll talk to you soon.